pictures again?
Yeah.
No, it's recording.
Oh,
Is it
recording?
Yeah, is it recording? It's got a timer at the bottom right. It's not going.
It says bing.
Some of us aren't just taking selfies with our webcams.
Dude, three now. It says 3. Oh, that's how many we've done.
Yeah, how many you tweeted? What the hell have you tweeted before?
You tweeted the Galactic Empire.
Oh, that was a
The
tweet.
Galactic Empire.
And then something else.
Happy almost. I didn't know how it worked because I've never used Twitter before. I don't know what Twitter is. Like I know what it is, but I'm not like a active
but I'll say for that first one, that one right there, the Galactic Empire one, you would have done something like hashtag Empire problems.
Dude,
hashtag
we should have said at
hashtag
we should redo it, but at Mark Hamill and see if he has a Twitter.
I guarantee you he does have a Twitter. Everybody has a
Should
Twitter.
we do that?
You can tag anybody in any Twitter. Like, there's nothing illegal about you tagging some random famous person.
Who's Mark Hamill?
He's the guy who played
Luke Skywalker.
Mark Hamill.
Oh, okay. He also did.
You were gonna be like our movie go-to person, but not anymore.
Just because I don't
What
fucking
else?
follow him.
He does a lot of voice acting.
Yes, he did the.
Dude,
he did the Joker's
Yeah,
laugh.
in the original, he did the Jokers in the cartoon. He
Yeah.
does a full.
He's done a lot of
voice
voice acting. That's where he's done most of his work. Honestly.
I'm going to.
Yeah, because he got ugly.
He
That's
got,
what you
yeah,
do.
he got fat.
That's what you do.
So did Carrie Fisher though. She looked really good in that fucking bikini role.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
You know she didn't wear underwear during the filming. Did you guys know this? Here's a
I
little
want to
thing.
hear this. This sounds good.
She didn't wear underwear during the filming of Star Wars, ever, because George Lucas convinced her that doesn't make sense that to wear underwear because they wouldn't have underwear in space.
Why would
Good
you?
for, that's all. Good for him.
Why would you not wear underwear in space?
Because you've become such a developed,
I don't wear underwear now.
because you've
Yeah, you develop beyond underwear.
beyond. Yes, you've evolved.
Am I the only, so real quick, before we go any further, I need to ask
Well, hold on,
this
hold
question.
on.
Am I the only one here that watches Doctor Who?
Hold on 1 second.
You don't watch it?
Before we start getting off
Show.
topic, what do you mean by we are so developed that
Underwear has
it's become obsolete? That doesn't make any sense to me. They're like diving in trash
Oh, you know,
bins, and they're wearing like togas.
George Lucas convinced her that makes sense.
Yeah, they wear like Jedi togas.
Oh,
They live in, like,
the point of what we're
desert
trying to
huts.
say is now we know that the whole movie that Carrie Fisher's not wearing any panties.
And then actually, that's why they made the whole
Oh,
movie. I didn't know you do that. That's why they made the whole movie, so George Lucas could just have her with no pants on for a 16 period of time.
That's impressive.
Are you done the fact checking?
Yes.
Well, the first one was did she sleep?
Look, it said right there, wear panties.
Yeah,
that's
wear
like one of the
And
top.
that seems like that's towards
20
like
things you didn't know about Carrie Fisher Star Wars. She had a costume. She
20
had to wear.
things.
Her
This
breasts
is-
were taped down because her costume did not permit her to wear.
Hold on. Oh, you can't scroll because it's not a Mac. It's a
She
German
can't
thing.
scroll.
Not with the keypad thing. Look, I'm trying to do it. Stop. You know what?
Stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Dude,
That's a great picture.
go back up. Hold on. Okay. 1. Okay, these are facts about Carrie Fisher. 1, she had a love-hate relationship with George Lucas. I don't know what that.
I don't know what that involves.
It's not really stupid.
Okay, here's the costumes.
Okay. 2, she hated costumes. She hated the costumes she had to wear.
We know everyone knows she hated the bikini.
That's a hot thing. What's the best costume?
Okay, she has drugs named after her. Fisher discovered there's a marijuana called Princess Leia. Okay, she beat some big names to land the role of princess. Apparently, she beat out Sissy
Meryl
Spacek, Farrah Fawcett, Glenn Close, Jessica Lange, Meryl Streep, Sigourney Weaver. Hold on. Imagine Sigourney
That would've
Weaver.
been terrible.
Imagine Sigourney Weaver as
I don't
Princess
want to.
Leia.
That's terrible.
I feel like she would beat him up. She would like beat up everybody. Like she would
have actually been.
The movie would have ended in the first, or the fourth
It's
Star
like
Wars.
having someone have other than Harrison Ford play Han Solo.
It would have ended.
I think that actually almost happened.
What?
It almost happened for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that have her on that role.
She was
Look
forced.
how good looking that guy is.
She
though.
was forced to stretch.
Have you seen his son? His son is one of the best looking men I've ever seen. And this is like completely non-gay.
Hashtag gay.
Google it real quick.
Hashtag gay.
Google Harrison
Hashtag
Ford's
hot
son.
gay men.
Hold on.
Seriously. Google real quick.
I want to
Now
read
we're on the topic.
Yeah, Flash.
We'll read it more. Just Google real quick.
Hold on, no,
Harrison
before
Ford's
we
son.
do something, find on here where it says she doesn't have her panties.
It said she
that's
strapped
why-
her boobs. Yeah, we need to answer these questions. Right here.
That's
Okay.
why we're here.
She was nearly cut from the script. She loved arguing with Han Solo. That's like part of the movie.
That's true. Her character never did.
Her character never got to meet Obi-Wan
Yes,
Kenobi.
we know that. I've seen the
Yeah,
movies.
I mean, when you think about it, didn't really know that. In the book, nobody cares about the book. She wanted to play Han Solo. Upon receiving the script prior to audition, Carrie Fisher read it aloud with her friend actor. They loved it so much. They loved it. This is a typo. They loved it so much. Both of them wanted to play Han Solo.
Yeah, because he's got the best lines in the game.
She was addicted to. I don't know about that one.
I'm not. That's okay. It doesn't say. I know it's true. Okay, I just believe you guys. Every picture
I
you saw,
scrolled
she
pretty
doesn't have
fast.
underwear on.
So she had to strap her boobs down.
What? See, look. Did not
Okay, her breasts were taped
As
down.
we all know, there's no underwear in space.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's exactly what we take.
That makes sense.
Why would you not wear underwear in space? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, why do you wear underwear now?
I don't wear
I
underwear
know.
now. Boom.
I wear underwear. It's weird.
You're weird for wearing underwear. Because
Yeah.
you're the minority in this room for wearing underwear. 'Cause we've all seen
Okay.
it, and we all
I
had
have-
the same reaction of, yep.
Okay, I have something that bothers me that I've seen. I've been to the store, I've seen them online, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I've noticed that they've started producing like their eyewear with cameras in them. Like
Yeah, I'd never heard of this before. So
I've seen them
Yeah.
multiple times.
No.
They are legit. They're like 720p, like Oakleys. And the thing is they look like regular camera, or not regular cameras, but they look like regular glasses. Like they don't look. They look like sunglasses. They don't look like it has a camera in it. I feel like there should be a law against that. I find it weird.
The fact that you can take is it taking pictures?
You can
Like
take
video?
you can take 720p because I saw some and then I looked some up on Google and you can take still frames and it films in 720p.
Why is this bad? Like, what's wrong?
That's
with
weird.
It?
You don't think that's weird?
I'm gonna carry them around all the time.
When would
I
you
mean,
do
I
that?
wouldn't do that. I have no
If you
desire.
were in
If
a
I'm wearing
situation-
sunglasses, it's because I want to block the fucking sun.
I'm
So
thinking-
it's trying to get rid of the GoPro. And,
Yeah, it's trying to replace shit like that for like snowboarders and stuff like that.
But
to
I
be
don't
able
know
to
if they're
wear a
waterproof.
camera.
Are they waterproof? They seem fragile.
They probably are. Yeah.
I imagine they are some sort of.
I actually bet there is.
I don't know. I can't possibly know that. Like maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't like I said, this is the first I've heard of it. I've never heard of that shit before.
Look at that. Is that weird?
Yeah,
I find it
it's
weird.
horrible.
All of these are them.
They look retarded.
But
Huge.
I would never wear those.
they do. But if somebody was on, like, I don't know, this just seems weird. Like, look at this. I don't know what's going on here. But
Can't you look like an idiot wearing it?
You would.
definitely.
It's like not like you're
This is
James
something
Bond.
like okay,
But some of them like this. Like
See,
I've seen Oakleys that look more ridiculous.
But think about okay, so think about a bicycler or a skateboarder or something like that.
Think
They
about-
wear helmets with these GoPros, giant fucking cameras right next to their head. So wouldn't it be easier for them to have the fucking the camera than just their sunglasses?
You know what this could, this could replace a lot. This could stop a lot of lawsuits. Like,
It could.
fake lawsuits.
like the dash cams. Like it seems like
Yeah.
how many videos?
Yeah.
How many videos have you seen that is a dash cam video of some ridiculous thing that happens on the road, like a car, and they're always filmed in Russia? It's
Yeah,
like
I
everybody
think
in
it's
Russia
required.
has a dash
I think it's
cam,
law.
and the most ridiculous shit that you've ever seen in your life happens there.
Like the plane that flew like right over.
There's a law.
Just a meteor just
Yeah.
hitting your town, and just the meteor. Like I don't know, that's ridiculous. Or this guy just like I don't know, just driving backwards on the highway.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Yeah,
No,
it's Russia.
I think
man.
it's-
in Soviet Russia. Weird shit happened.
Oh,
it's not so.
I know it's not. That's not the point.
beer opener. Where's the beer opener?
It's up there.
Beer opener.
The bottle.
You're the only weirdo with these
All right, I'm leaving. I'm getting it.
non-twist offs.
Right. I guess we can introduce ourselves now. It's on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like refix that. So like, because you immediately start talking about the you start talking about these cameras immediately, and then like they have no idea who we are.
We're just
right
these
now.
guys right now.
We're just random fucking.
You know what you
dudes.
do need is an actual bottle opener and not this.
We're random dudes suck.
I mean,
Really? Did you not notice that I had no trouble opening them?
we have jaws.
We're
I
random.
know we had Josh, but you know what? The beers I buy are twist off. I don't need a bottle. He's married. I'm getting out of the army. Like, so I'm like saving all my money. I'm super broke all the time. All my money goes into savings.
So technically, you should be buying everything.
True.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Pro over there.
So I guess first what we'll do is an introduction to who we are.
Yeah.
Fair. Can you start?
All right. I'm Pete. That's pretty much all there is to it. I'm Pete.
That's all. There's nothing interesting about you at all. You think
I mean, I'm
You
sure.
might want to know.
I'm sure that if people start actually watching this, or they find out they
Yeah,
learn
no,
quite a bit
I-
about us because
Yes, eventually, but you kind of want to get so you go something like this. Like I'm John. My username in almost every game I play is Dr. Bojangles, because I think it's funny and I enjoy having that name. I'm really into PC. I don't do a lot of console gaming. Everything I do is mostly on PC, especially into MOBAs. I play a little bit of Dota, but League of Legends is my game of choice that I play. But I play everything from old games, new games, indie games, whatever. Big fan of Steam and stuff like that. Also big into movies. We'll talk about it later too, about how there's different categories of movies and stuff like that. Literally everything. I'm a fan of just about everything. I'm not super opinionated, but I have enough of an opinion to where I can have a conversation about just about anything. And that's it. See how easy that was?
okay. Mark.
My name's Mark. I also play video games, mostly computer. I play StarCraft. I play Diablo. I play first-person shooters every once in a while. I don't have a set gamer tag. 'Cause that's gay.
No, it's not. Dr. Bojangles is
Hold
awesome.
on, hold on. Are you telling me everyone? Hold on. Before we continue this, everyone.
Interrupted my introduction.
Let me finish. We'll get. We'll get.
I think this is a good point before we get off.
I'm interested in what he has to say.
I think everyone has had some sort of gamer tag that they've just had forever. I don't know if you want to call it a gamer tag. It's like a username that like I know people that use like their aim. Like I can go back and find their aim, and it's the same thing.
Yeah,
as
see,
Xbox.
like what I had up until Dr. Bojangles was FLCS 22. That was my original aim when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I started to get away from that a few years ago because I thought Dr. Bojangles was fucking awesome, and you can't even know that that's a cool ass name. That's cool. I tell you, like I like it. I think it's hilarious. It's not bad.
Well, what is your active?
So what's your Blizzard handle? Oh, I guess it's your internet or your internet, your email.
It's not even.
Yeah, Blizzard is labeled on there. Battle.net. We'll talk about it on a different episode. Battle.net.
I gotta try and remember StarCraft.
You don't even know it. I think mine's been Zeltsnatch since
Forever.
forever.
Because you have a snatch.
I do. That is, it's actually a rare disease. No. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll get on that later.
Hey,
I like
finish
movies.
before you were rudely interrupted by that skank.
Thanks. I like movies. Preferably like horror films and comedies. I watch a lot of. So you'll probably see us get on heated arguments about what movies are better eventually. That's all there is to really know about me. So that's Mark in a nutshell. If you will.
Well, I'm Pete, as I said before, and
That's all there is to it.
yeah, pretty much one of my biggest hobbies would be probably drinking beer. It's probably one of the biggest things that.
So what you're saying is you're a male over the age of 21. That's essentially what you just told everybody.
Yes,
Let's
is
go
that
back.
correct?
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I just like I don't know. I like games. I like media. I like technology. I love just the direction that everything is going. Like I think it's awesome. Everything about it. I think it's fantastic.
Every technology.
Technology in general. I love just the direction
So you
everything
agree
is
with
going in humanity. I think it's
you think
fantastic.
that humanity is in a positive direction
Oh,
with all
absolutely.
this technology and not negative.
It's not gonna be what Skynet.
I think that would be fantastic. I think that'd be
Okay,
so cool.
So there's
Just
there's
the
two
idea
books.
of it.
There's
I
two
think
books in where you're good. There's 1984,
Yeah, bro.
and then there's Brave New World.
Yeah, bro.
The
These are
only
basically like two opposite views of the future.
the
One of them is
only
1984, where technology is just like destroyed humanity, and it's kind of like basically the Terminator, where like it's like a super, the government controls everything, blah blah. And then there's Brave New World, which is like it's kind of the same thing where technology has kind of ruined things, but the way they look at it and that is that technology has made the world like completely amazingly awesome.
the
No, it's
only
not.
book
That's
that
not what they say in Brave New World.
No, but like the whole point of it is the main characters, they disagree with it, right? But the whole rest of society,
That's because they're all drugged up.
oh yeah, but they love it. But they love it, right?
the only books that I think
They're all
anyone
clones, really.
that anyone here should ever read, or anyone ever, is probably the Game of Thrones series.
I have read like the first 3.
I just finished.
I refuse to talk about it
Hold
at
on,
all
hold
on
on.
this.
I'm not going to talk.
Because
it's gonna be-
I cannot talk to somebody who's read the books because they're going to fucking
Okay, I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna throw any spoilers. I'm not gonna talk about the plot. I'm gonna talk about the book. Okay,
Spoiler alert.
How good was
No,
the end? Hey,
no
how good was the
spoilers.
end of book 3 though?
it was okay.
If you don't like, I'll just say this: if you
No, hold
if
on.
you didn't like Tyrion before, if you didn't like him before, you
No,
will
You
like him.
can't. No spoilers. No spoilers. But what I want to say is, I just finished the 5th book. Okay. And I was like, wow, that was awesome. I can't wait to read the next one. So I go, and it turns out it's going to be called, I believe, The Winds of Winter is what is scheduled for the name of the 6th book. And then I go to find out that it's not going to be out anytime soon. And that was incredibly disheartening. And now I'm just like, wow.
So you're just crushed.
Yeah, I'm crushed. It was out of control. Because
Like how long was not anytime soon?
well, I believe it took. I want to say it's 6 years for the 5th book to be written. I want to say.
You know what he's actually doing? Actually, what he's doing is he's gathering up people's favorite characters. He's making a poll of who's everyone's favorite character, and then he's going to ensure that they die in the next book. This is going to happen. He's just going to kill them.
Probably. He's very good at that. Apparently, it's Gamma of Thurns. Gamma of Thurns White. You have issues with spelling.
Yeah, man, you can't type.
A Dance with Dragons?
That's the 5th book.
Because that's what you wrote was the 5th, not the 6th.
I want to know how long it took for them to write it.
How long did it take you to finish the book? So it's there. 1991 and finished in 1994.
So 3 years.
That's a long time, and you got to think. Well, it's 2013. This is the last book that came out.
Yeah, he's probably had the other one already writing, he's probably editing it.
1994.
My guess is he's already written it.
Okay, hold on.
Right
No,
now
I was
it's-
talking about the first one.
Ah.
But that was a book I began, and I didn't want to finish the books. Damn, dude. Hold on.
Things.
Yeah, I want to say
Did
it
you
took.
watch Game?
Yeah.
I got into it and my wife hates it. And it's really hard for me
What do you mean she hates it?
It's really
Because
hard
of
for me to not
the excessive nudity.
to not have her like the show that I'm so into. I'm
See, that's the same way it is for me with
At-
Doctor Who. Like,
at
Doctor
least-
Who is my favorite show, but it's really hard for me to like, because I want to talk about.
Did you
it.
watch the original one, the old one?
Yeah, I watched all the
So you
old
watched
ones.
it. She
I've watched
tried to watch the
all
old
this.
one and she just didn't like it. I just never watched it. So.
The old ones aren't nearly as good as the new ones. Like, just I think it's just because mostly I'm into like the modern stuff like that. Like, it's like a super fascinating show. I love it.
Okay, well, I can't find it, but I'm not really trying too hard.
You're really
But-
the only one that cares about it. Anyway.
But what I'm saying is it took him a really long time to write it. And I was Googling, I was looking it up, and it turns out he's not in too big of a rush to finish the 7th book.
He doesn't.
And
really
from
care.
what I gathered,
don't care about
was-
it.
it was like 2015, maybe. And I don't know, but that
You know, he's living large now.
He is.
He is.
He's got the HBO show and the books.
He doesn't have to worry about
What happens when the show catches up? Well, I'm sure everything will work itself out.
The show
See
now
that
is
pretty-
nowhere near catching up.
I mean, they're long books, so they're big books, so I can't really judge them. It would take me
Dude, the bloody
a millennium.
wedding, that was brutal.
Spoiler, guys.
Have you not seen it? It's on the TV show.
I've seen it, but
Yeah.
maybe they haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
If they haven't seen it by that point,
If
then
they,
deserve
maybe
to
they
have-
haven't seen it.
They deserve
Go
to have a
watch
spoil.
Game of Thrones.
That's like complaining
It's a
about.
great show.
That's like complaining about Snape kills Dumbledore now, after the movie's been out.
Wait
for
a
how
minute,
many
hold
years?
on.
Hold on, Snape killed Dumbledore.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't.
Fucking
I think the last time I watched Harry Potter.
Look at this. I can't get. I read the books. Either way, you cannot. I will not even apologize for that because that's no longer a spoiler. Like the entire world knows about that. It's just been out for years.
Sure.
So if you don't know,
You know when that book was written, there was a shirt that came out.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Dumbledore dies on page whatever. I just saved you this many pages.
I've seen that, and
How does Harry Potter end?
Literally the day.
How it ends.
So literally the day that Harry Potter book came out, it was the 6th book. Literally the day that came out,
Yes.
there was a plane that flew on the beach that had, you know, the planes that had like the things, the signs behind it that said Snape kills Dumbledore, and it was flying up and down this beach in Florida. Dude, that shit was fucking hilarious. I thought it was funny. I thought it was
not
funny. But that's also because I hadn't started reading the books at that point.
You
I didn't start reading until the
ruined-
7th book.
Hold on, really quick.
I know so many people
I
just
just want
somebody,
people to check this out real
look,
quick.
somebody stop following us again. You'll get over
We
it.
suck, dude.
You'll get over it. Nothing has
suck.
even happened. You haven't
Just
done
put,
anything.
just put, stop following us.
No, don't write that. Don't write that. That's a cry for help.
Yes, it's a
And then,
cry.
then,
It's a
then,
cry.
then the people that will start following us would be like psychology experts and people wondering if we're like depressed and shit.
That's true. Maybe that's how you can follow us.
What I have gathered from my
You know what I've gathered from Twitter?
from my numerous experiences.
It's Pete's book.
Somebody should probably do something about that.
What does that mean?
You should touch it.
It's probably not.
No, the green light's on.
You're up next. Is this
What?
filming?
I just got.
Hold on.
I did the last time. When I had to go hit record.
I don't want to touch it.
It's your turn.
The green light's on, so I'm gonna.
I don't
see
know
myself
if you're kind of underestimating how lazy I am.
No, this is
Press the
gonna
button.
be. This is gonna be like a picture. Oh, what the fuck?
What happened?
How about a
No.
password there?
Now, what's the password?
Let me do it.
What's your
Lots of
damn?
caps
Oh
and
my
shit.
god!
See, now you've ruined our video.
How did I ruin?
Ruined our video.
Because your MacBook sucks. You
Well,
don't
it's-
know how to turn off your screensaver.
Well, it obviously has the better goddamn. Oh,
Okay, so as long as that green light is on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We don't know.
yeah, dude, the
Do
green
you
light.
really want to take a chance? And
The
go
green
with-
light
I want
means
to
it's
be able
on.
to see
The green
myself.
light means
I'm
it's on.
professional,
Yeah, do
and I
you
need to
really-
be able to see
Okay,
myself.
yeah.
The
Do
green
you
light.
really want to take a... Let's see it. Ladies must love you. Do you do? Come on, you do that, don't you?
You do. That's what the whole practice was.
That's the
anyway.
whole point of it. That's why so many women show up to those events because they want those trigger pulls, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so
I don't
we
mean
can
to
move on from
offend
that.
women.
He's
I don't
obviously
mean to offend women in
Okay.
general with our
he's
conversation.
obviously upset about that.
Let me
Let's
ask
get
you guys.
back on topic. Let's get back
Let
on
me ask
topic.
you guys a question. Okay, I don't know if this bothers anybody else, but I was in the market for purchasing new pens, like writing utensils.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I went to the store, and oh my bad, I'm covering my face there.
Yeah,
And,
that's probably better.
and I, so I go to the store, and there's a specific pen.
Okay.
Is this going to your face? My bad. We're new to this, you know. It's new. But so there's a specific pen that I like. I'm sure everybody has like that kind of pen, and you know it writes good, it flows good. I like it. Not many people use pens nowadays, though. Anyway, so I go there to get specific pens. I didn't have the brand of pen that I usually buy, and it's important to me. I like my pens, and I don't know. It was just difficult. Does anybody else have?
I've
And like, what's a
actually
user
known for
pen?
this
I can never
in my with my wife's friends and my wife that I steal people's pens. As soon as I write with a pen and I decide
If I
that it's a
like it,
good
yeah.
pen, it's my pen. I'm taking
Yeah,
that pen.
yeah. I always
do not care.
I'll do that. Like if I borrow someone's pen and I write with it, I'm like, man, I like the way that writes. I'm gonna try to like steal it.
I'm gonna
Pretend
try
like
and
I
steal
just
it.
said I do it all the time.
I stole it from a waitress and I had her come chase me down and get it.
I love fancy pens, but not like the stupid gel shit. But like because I'm a writer. I love to write all the time. So like it's one of those things. Like I don't know if you guys play golf, right? But they always talk about with amateur
Hell no.
golfing. So this is the biggest thing
What?
to talk about.
What is a golf?
Bear with me for a second. Bear with me for a second. They talk about with golf. It doesn't actually matter what clubs an amateur guy uses. He just has to feel confident while he's looking down at these clubs, right? I feel like it's the same way with me with writing. If I'm
it
writing-
doesn't matter how well
it-
you write.
No, like it matters how well I write, obviously, but I feel like I'm writing better when it looks good on the paper with the pen. You know, like the ink looks good. That's how I feel about writing. Like that's why I like to use fancy pens. I don't like regular ballpoint. I like like, what am I trying to use? It's a company, they make the like gray pens and you can like see the ink in them like there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. And they're like bite proof because I always bite my pens.
I just steal.
You bite them?
I'm always chewing my pens.
Is that how you? Is that like?
It's just what I do when I'm thinking.
When you
I
bite your pens, is that how you qualify a better pen from another?
No,
another theory of how a pen
No, I
is
know.
good. Is that
no,
how
you
you
have the
determine?
writing feel. It's a shooting factor.
No, it's not a shooting factor. No, I just
decisions.
it's just something I do when I'm thinking. I just will mindlessly like sit there and gnaw on the end of my pen.
Shoot factor of 2.
I don't like drink.
Right
I don't like
factor
drink
four.
the ink or actually like eat the pen. I just chew on the end of it.
Okay.
When I'm thinking.
But does that bother anybody else? Do you have like just like I don't know? I find that with a lot of things. Like once you
I
do
don't-
something, or you have something that you enjoy and you can do it on the regular, then it seems like once you lose that, it's almost like you can't go back. But it'd be something so minute, and I don't know, things like that. Like I had if anyone's ever been in a rainforest shower, or the forest, the
I've
rain
never
shower,
been
like comes out
and
from
I'm
like
really
different-
mad that I've never
I stayed in a hotel. I
They look
took
very cool.
leave. I took leave after we got back from the deployment,
Yeah.
and during this leave, I went to Chicago. And when I was in Chicago, a super awesome, fantastic city. I love the city. That was my first time being there.
It's amazing.
It was
It's the
a
best
great
city
city.
on the planet.
Everything was
It's the best
friendly. It
city
was
in
clean.
California.
I've been to New York City.
I'm gonna disagree with you. But
Hold on, I've been to New York City. No offense to anybody in New York City, but it's dirty. There's crowds of people. Like you come out of a building, they're going one way, you can't go the other. I fucking hated it. I love Chicago though. So I went to Chicago, and I got this awesome, fucking badass, just super cool hotel room. You know, with the huge like floor to ceiling windows, like even
They're amazing.
like you'd see into
Yeah.
the shower from the bed, kind of, you know, like everything's glass, it's super contemporary, and it had a rainforest, very modern.
See-through stuff isn't very contemporary. Brick is contemporary.
It's modern contemporary,
It's modern contemporary, yeah.
right?
It's a style. It's a
That's the thing, right?
That makes
Modern
sense. That makes
contemporary
sense.
is a
You know,
thing.
if it doesn't, let us know. I'll fix it. My bad. But anyways, it had a rain shower. It had a rainforest
That's the
shower.
big head, right?
Yeah.
Dude, water came from everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
didn't
comes
even
from like
make
different
sense,
directions.
dude.
It feels like it's raining on you.
Yeah, it was the coolest thing in the world. And now, once I get out of this place, this hellhole, I guarantee you, I will have.
That's it.
It's gotta
You
happen.
must have a rainforest
So-
shower.
It doesn't happen.
Okay, so I
Shower.
don't. My pens aren't that specific. I'm not that specific about my pens, but no, like usually with pens for me, it's like I don't buy a lot of pens because I steal so many of them.
I feel like people that aren't, I don't know, in our occupation, they don't use a lot of pens.
No, I agree. There's not a lot of writing that
There's
goes
not a
on.
lot of penmanship.
Yeah, penmanship.
No, you could be right, and I wouldn't disagree with that at all.
But like I said, I don't really want to
Listen,
talk
I'm
about
going to be that guy in college when everyone's got their fucking laptops out and they're just typing away. I'm a fast typer, but even still, the way I keep, I'm very I'm not OCD at all. But the way I keep, yeah, exactly. I'm super outline oriented. So when I'm
Okay.
taking notes, you can even see the way I did this. It's like you can see the way I'm taking notes. I do these bullets,
Yeah.
and like I do sub bullets, and then I'll do sub bullets and stuff like that when I'm taking notes. And it's super annoying to try to do that on a computer, where it's super easy to just do it on a
Actually,
notebook.
this is like inner tab.
Okay.
Inner tab.
Yeah, but that's still a pain in the ass. Because then what happens when you're done with sub bullets and you just want to go back to sub bullets?
I feel
Now
like
you gotta do backspace
This
tab tab.
inner tab is just a pain.
It's a pain.
Here,
I
hold
hate-
on,
I
hold
hate
on.
taking
I
notes
feel
on
like
computers.
it's like a one-sided conversation because he's way over there, and I don't think these guys can hear him very well.
Probably not.
But
That'll be funny.
and we're getting kind of off topic, but let's talk about something current. I know everybody knows about the whole EA supposedly, or not supposedly, but they're in this class action lawsuit because of these artificially inflated funds that I
Yeah, you were
understand.
telling me about it. I actually hadn't heard about
Okay, well, from what I'm understanding, what I've gathered is that Electronic Arts, their funds were a lot of people bought into this Battlefield 4, and what happened was because of all the hype for the game before release, the funds, the stocks, I don't know, but they inflated, so they were worth, they artificially inflated. There was actually no product out yet, and then what happened before the game released was they sold these artificially inflated stocks off, and then the game came out, and then because there's been so many problems with it, I know for a fact, like Xbox, specifically a lot of people said the PlayStation. I know for a fact that the PC, I bought it, I had it on launch. There was a huge ton of connectivity problems. It just wasn't a very solid connection out to launch. But a lot of people that invested in this now they're mad because the stock went down, along with a lot of their money. They're
Right.
actually suing.
A lot of false promises. You know, assuming they were rushing the game. That's what I'm assuming. They rushed to get the game out.
Yeah, I can see that.
it.
It seems
Yeah.
like
Maybe rush for Christmas.
It seems
That's
like
what I
EA has had a lot of that recently because along with SimCity, when SimCity came out,
That was
'cause
terrible.
me
That
too.
was
I'm all about SimCity. I've loved SimCity when I played it when they came out, and then the new one I was all about. It was huge. The day it came out, I bought it, and then I realized I couldn't even play it. It would not let me play because you had to have this online connection.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it would not
It was
connect.
it was terrible. You couldn't even play the game.
You could not play the game.
before. And that's not like on the game because the game itself was brilliant. It was a lot of fun to play once you actually could play it. But the issue with SimCity, and the reason I know it lost so many people
That
I follow,
was
I know
the-
me and literally all of my friends that bought it and were going to play it, only played it a couple times. But after that, the connectivity issues were just so
that
bad.
was the
You could
biggest
never play
gripe.
it.
That was one of the biggest failure in game launches I think in history. Actually, was SimCity.
I was happy to say that too, because there was a lot of hype going into it. Because you said I grew up playing SimCity on a computer. Like, I still
A lot of
there's a
fun.
lot of like random ass lines and stuff. Like everyone likes calling up the giant monster and fighting it with your military and your police. And
Remember, weren't they just signs?
Yeah,
Like
those are-
SimCity 2000, like, it would be a fire, and you'd be like, oh no, you need a fire department, there'd be a riot, and then you would click on your police department button, and you could just place, like, they look
Yeah.
like street signs.
Yeah,
and that's how you would fight. And then, what was the monster? What came out? It was
a giant like four-legged monster.
it would, like, float, and it would shoot those beams.
Yeah, but
And
you
like
if
trees
you
would
had,
appear
if
or
you had,
something
if you
weird
had a
like that.
military base. If you had a military
Wasn't it
base,
national?
you could bring your military. Yeah, it was like tanks. We showed.
Yeah, but there were signs. There was, like, little signs.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Well,
Like,
no,
that
the
game
new
was awesome.
SimCity, after, you know what, SimCity had a lot of problems, but I started playing it once it came out, and, once it started actually working, and it was actually pretty good. There was, one of the biggest things that I thought was pretty funny was you'd have your city, and then the amount of outbreaks is you could, like, you could unlock different sorts of disasters, and one of them was actually like a zombie apocalypse, and you could see it, like, you could see down to the individual people. Like, you could actually, it wasn't before where you just see cars, you could find,
a zombie attacking.
yeah, you would see people and they were like green and radioactive, and there would be like cops, and you could like hear little like guns going off and stuff. And you could like
That's
zoom in and see
That
little
is
green
really
guys.
awesome.
I think that was.
That was actually pretty cool. Listen, that's off topic. Like
So-
that, we're just talking
so
about the
is
issue
that-
with that.
Is that EA? Is that one of EA Games' biggest problems? Do you guys think?
Period. Probably
The release.
they have
of
not.
games
They have.
is just
I wouldn't
not
say
good.
necessarily the release of games, but they're trying to do like we talked about earlier when we were talking earlier with BattleNet, right? And BattleNet, Blizzard has really mastered the art of online gaming.
Well, there's some.
Diablo, BattleNet is perfect.
Okay.
Same with
Well,
World of
except-
Warcraft and StarCraft. And
What
all
about
these
Diablo?
all
What
these
about
other
Diablo 3?
Yeah, Diablo.
That was a huge-
Diablo 3 failed on launch.
It did.
Diablo, yeah, that failed on much less due to BattleNet and more to the game itself.
It's a good game.
Like,
It
I
is.
love
It
it.
was
I love
a
the
good
game.
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 The
It's a good
auction
game.
house.
Yeah,
That was.
yeah. As I said, the auction house ruined, and they're fixing that in the expansion for whatever. They're
It's
making
too late
it-
now. It's too late.
I think
The
I think
whole-
the
I
expansion.
know.
is
I
great.
think the expansion can bring people back.
I think the expansion looks brilliant. But off topic.
I'm glad you've seen it.
Yes, and oh my god, it
It
was so.
looks
And
amazing.
was it the Templar is the new champ?
Yes.
The new. Oh god, I want to play. Oh, monk. I played a monk in Diablo 3. Monks are overpowered as fuck. I can play. So like I have a monk on Diablo 3, and I can literally play on Inferno mode with monsters at monster level 10, and never get to half health. Period. I annihilate things. It's stupid because monks. I heal myself. Oh, anyway, that's
Okay, so we're getting like
talking
super
about-
off topic. We're talking about we're getting too
Yeah,
delving
We're
too
talking
deep
about
into our
battle. We're talking about BattleNet, right? So what I'm
Yeah,
saying
I
is
thought we were talking about EA.
yeah, EA. So we're talking about issues with EA. So,
Issues with EA
Oh,
and what
shit.
they need to fix.
so I said BattleNet is a brilliant thing that Blizzard enabled in all their games. It started out with World of Warcraft and BattleNet, or Warcraft itself. Just Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 was like BattleNet, the whole thing that they had there, right? And they got into StarCraft, and they got into Diablo, and World of Warcraft, and all these things. And literally, anytime I log onto a Blizzard game, I can see everybody in my friends list, what game they're playing. I can chat across games. I can play World of Warcraft and talk to my friend who's playing StarCraft.
Well,
Right?
that
So-
isn't
so I
the
think-
issue.
and I- no, what
that
I
they
think
ran
is-
into.
But no, so what I think
Yeah,
is
sorry.
like this is the litmus test. BattleNet has become the litmus test for other games as to their connectivity for
Well,
online.
I don't know.
connection.
I'm going to go out there. I'm going to say that this is going to get off topic with because I don't think. Hold on, because Steam right there is Steam does, and everybody knows Steam is like the staple for PC gaming, and they can do the same thing that everything you just listed. Steam, you can be playing completely different games by a completely different developer,
Steam does it well too.
and then
What I'm talking about is EA has
honestly,
not,
Bungie has something out now. What is it? Uplay. That's by Bungie.
what I'm saying is EA has not gotten that yet.
No,
and
I think
they're
that's
trying
not.
to very hard, but it's been the
Through
issue, like you
Origin.
said, with
Through
Battlefield.
Rush.
It was the
Origin.
issue with Battlefield, and it
Through
was the issue with SimCity. Was their online connectivity with that game? That's been the issue. That
Well,
really got rid of
the-
a lot of people.
what was wrong with it is just that it didn't work. The game didn't work. They came out.
Yeah,
and
Origin just doesn't work. Origin is not up to par with other.
No.
things that you said.
I think a lot of people can agree with that.
BattleNet.
But they're trying. You know, there's definitely been improvements. But
The gameplay for Battlefield, like the type of play looked like it would be awesome.
the game's fantastic.
Awesome.
The game is absolutely ridiculously good. I
Yeah,
played
I'm not-
it. I
I'm
loved
not-
it. It was great.
I don't like the gameplay.
I think it's a great first-person shooter.
I'm not sure it is. I'm just again off topic, so I'm just not a fan of the Battlefield series. I haven't liked any of the Battlefields. Honestly.
Back-
As weird as that sounds, I'm not a fan of it.
Back onto EA though, it's they okay. So this problem is all over, like current media. This is a big issue that everybody knows about. But another one that I actually just read about today was Battlefield is banned in China because of some DLC that came out. The Rising China DLC that came out, but it's actually been banned.
Is that what
in
it's
China.
called? Rising China.
Was it like Rising Sun?
Or Rising
I thought
something.
Rising Sun was.
No, that's Medal of Honor.
No, that's
The Rising Sun. Isn't that Medal of Honor?
Red Alert.
Red Alert?
No, that's
Orchestra?
Rising
Rising China.
Storm.
It is Rising China.
Rising China.
Rising China. Just straight up.
It
on
is
the
Rising
straight up
China.
But they probably could have thought of a better name than Rising China.
Well, it's about China, I guess. I don't know, but it seems ridiculous. Hold on, let me pull up a.
So they banned it. They banned it in China, which isn't going to help anything.
Here it is.
Here it
The
is.
expansion has been made
The game has been made illegal in China.
to protect
No,
national
actually,
security.
no, because the latest expansion for Battlefield 4 has been made
Yeah.
in China.
So
not the
Battlefield
entire
4
game.
is not, but China
Okay.
Rising is.
It continues about plot a new future in which overthrow the national government, sparking a Russian-supported war. Takes place in China.
A ban on the game and its expansion. There you
Okay.
A ban on the entire game as an expansion. I don't get it. Why? Because it's China? Because it's shooting Chinese?
Because it's China.
It says it right at the bottom, deliberately discrediting China's image. They banned it because it deliberately, they claim it deliberately discredits China's image in a new form of cultural aggression. Saying like basically it's anti-Chinese overall, not just like a game.
It's not like our government made the game. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like they're going at it almost as if
Well, you have to
it's
think.
a smearing.
Okay,
ploy.
so this is a funny thing too. Is it's doing what every other game does with like Modern Warfare. I mean, you notice, but it's never the actual government. It's always some rogue dude.
rebel group.
And that's what it said there too. Is it's a rogue Chinese admiral. So what are they pissed off about? If the whole point of the thing is it's not the Chinese government, but a rogue Chinese admiral that's doing all this mayhem in the world, and they're talking about it like culture wars. I don't know. I think a lot of this nonsense gets very, very PC and
Blown
overall.
out of proportion.
So-
a lot of people get very offended over over minute things that they should not get offended over. That's
Oh. But if they want to get mad, they can get mad.
Okay, so on Christmas, I know our topics are bouncing around like a huge. We just went from like EA. Before that, we were talking about before that China and then EA, and we're bouncing all over the place. We're learning. This is our first video. We're learning. But one thing that I saw, and I actually participated in it, and was, as you guys know, a lot of people know, DayZ, the famous mod. It was an Arma 2 mod. They actually made a standalone version, which I believe is kind of a mesh of Arma 2 and Arma 3, and it's the DayZ standalone. And recently, as of not that long ago, it came out for sale in the alpha version on Steam. Great game, definitely in the alpha version. You can't judge it by the alpha, but so I've been playing a lot, and there was a lot of talk that on this Christmas there was going to be a ceasefire, like an armistice across DayZ. So
every individual gamer would hold. To
So
the
basically,
ceasefire.
and that's the biggest thing is a lot of people, if you don't play DayZ, it's an apocalyptic world. You get dropped off on this mainland, and the entire objective of the game is just to survive. And everything's infested with zombies. However, the biggest thing you run into, there's no rules, there's no laws, but the biggest thing you run into is other players. It's the most dangerous thing in the game. It's a very unique gaming experience, but it's cool. I know a few other games have used it, but there's you hit a button and it's like an in-game chat if you have a mic set up. So it's almost like you're talking to someone. So like if you're far away and you use it, then these people can't hear you. So it's almost like
as you
an
get closer.
game. Yeah, as you get closer, it's
Like
louder.
actual life. That's actually super. I've never played this game, but that's brilliantly.
Yeah, it's
unique.
brilliant. It's brilliant. I love it. So like if you're with your buddy and if let's say you're not using some off, like TeamSpeak, Mumble, or Ventrilo or something, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna run down the hill over to this town and get something. I'll be back. Once he's outside of that range, you can't hear what he's saying. So if he needs help, He's yelling up to you in the in-game chat. There's no way you'll be able to
That's
hear
gr-
him.
that's
It's
really-
cool. There's a few other
that
games.
is really-
There's a few other games, which is Rust, which we'll talk about another time. I can talk forever about Rust. I think it's fantastic. But anyways, so I went into this Christmas armistice, whatever you want to call it, for DayZ, and everybody it was across the internet. A lot of people were saying that they wanted to do for the entire day of Christmas was a ceasefire where everybody would be friendly, everybody would be nice. And I don't know if anybody watching wants to share their experience with this or their views.
I find it very hard.
But
to
for me, it didn't work. For me, it did not work at all. It didn't work at all. I was killed by a wrench. I got onto the game, and I was alive for maybe an hour and a half. And you get like a flashlight and some batteries, and that's like how you start off. I put the batteries in the flashlight. I didn't have a weapon. I was playing, and then I didn't want to carry my knife because I couldn't hold so much stuff in my inventory. And I was in a house, and a guy with a wrench came in. And he talked to me on the voice chat, and I told him I was friendly, and he said he's friendly too, and then he killed me with the wrench. He killed me with the wrench. I'm still
not confident.
no. The green light means it's filming.
I swear to God,
that's true.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, so this guy,
Wait, when you talk to each other, were you like, "Hey, man"?
I don't know if this person is watching. Maybe
this is a nice Christmas.
But I said, hey,
Honestly.
I said, hey, I'm friendly, and he said I'm friendly too, and then he asked me what kind of stuff I have. That's
You
not.
never answered. That's a terrible thing to say.
I told him I didn't have anything. I said, all I had was my flashlight and my batteries. That's all I had, dude. Because I
Tell him you have a machete and a shotgun.
No, you can see, if you look at someone, though, you can see the gear they're carrying will hang on their body. So all I had was my flashlight with the batteries in. That's all I had. And he killed me, nonetheless. He killed me. We probably sat there, I asked him if he joined the Christmas armistice, and he said he thought it was a clever idea, but eventually when I turned around and killed me with a wrench, it was like a big wrench. He beat me with it.
See, that's it.
That was my
That's
experience with the
just
Christmas
it.
Day
That Christmas
armistice.
armistice and stuff like that with an online gaming community that will never ever work. I don't know if you guys remember.
One guy. There's
All it
that
takes
one
is
guy.
I don't know if you guys remember. Like this was way back in the day with World of Warcraft. It was kind of retarded. The whole idea was dominated with it. But this one of these guys, this big guild, one of them died in real life, and they were having a World of Warcraft a funeral in the game. And an opposing faction found out about this and literally invaded that funeral. It's one of the most famous videos on YouTube. I know a lot of people have seen it, but it's hilarious from this guy's point of view because they're literally like hanging around. They know where they're doing it, and they're watching these people. They all have like this stupid like role play gear on and stuff like that. And they're watching, and they just get invaded by this guild that just wipes all them out, just annihilating them during this funeral. And it was like this hugely publicized thing that this guild was super bad. It's like this,
I think one of the big.
that's hilarious.
It's something similar, and it's pretty weird. I know we're coming close to.
Online. That's what that is.
Online gaming
that's
communities that will never happen.
The anonymousness. The anonymity.
Yeah.
Anonymity.
Well,
Anonymity.
we're coming
Yeah.
close to our time, but
No, thank you.
before we end this, because I think we're having a pretty good discussion. But similar to what you said, it actually has to do with DayZ. I'm trying to remember, but there was like this group of guys, because there are groups of guys that will stick together in this game, and
Of
they
course,
chat,
that's
they
how you
exchange-
survive.
Yeah, and they'll stick together in groups. But like what they were doing was they were finding people, and they were like capturing them. Like they were coming and they were finding them. And they were like taking them to their like lair in the woods, and they were making them fight to the death. And they would like find these people, and they'd be like, "Hey,
Dude,
come with me."
That's
That
twisted.
is so awesome.
That is so
That is
twisted.
so awesome.
But the fact is, I've heard this story on the internet. I've heard it probably like 6 times, the same story about this that it happened. But I think that's a cool experience.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think
I get it. Yeah, it's good. I think,
It's inventive, and it's
It's very-
rare to find a game that with that much user.
and I think that whole idea with
Wait, when you
DayZ
die though, you lose everything, right? You start at the very beginning.
Yeah, you lose everything, absolutely everything.
that could be so.
That could be really good. That could be really good.
It really could. I think that whole idea is actually super, like the whole idea for DayZ, like the whole game, and stuff like that. It's an individual story, so it's like an MMO, but it's not. It's unique in that most MMOs are like it's like faction versus faction. You quest and get gear, whereas this one's all about I just want to survive.
Yeah.
All I have to do is survive. You make friends and you survive, and then like eventually somebody.
See, another thing like right here that we're finding is part of the image. These people were talking about how they get kidnapped and they're forced to serve as a gang, as zombie bait. They're forced to serve as zombie bait for other survivors. So what? Somebody holds you at gunpoint, so the zombies attack you, so you can get in and steal everything. I don't know. I've never
That's so
played.
twisted.
I have never played
That
a game. So I played DayZ when it was an Arma 2 mod, and I know if you save it and you don't die, you can build like I'm trying to remember. You can build like a tent and you can keep gear in the tent. As long as you didn't find it, I'm pretty sure this is how this works. Don't quote me on it, but you could build a tent.
I
They were
really
hard
want
to
it.
find.
So you have to have a gear stash.
I really
Pretty
want
much,
to get
as long as
this
you didn't
game
mess with it, you
that
could find your stuff, or once you log off and come back on, I'm pretty sure that you still had your gear. I can't remember, it's been a while since I played the second one. But I've never played a game of DayZ long enough to live long enough to just have a group of people that holds other survivors at gunpoint. I mean, maybe that points to me as being like one of the weak links of the zombie apocalypse. Maybe I will be a zombie.
Quickly.
Like, very quickly.
Yeah,
like,
I
if
think
it happens, I might end
I
up
agree.
as one of the...
I think that's actually true. You probably will end up as a zombie.
I would be a zombie very soon. That's
See, now
what
I
get from
had to
DayZ.
play DayZ.
Yeah, now.
Like this is what we all do. Now I have to play DayZ to find out how
Yeah,
good I'm
maybe
going to
we
get
do,
surviving
maybe
the
yes.
apocalypse.
Film a
A
video.
video. There's gonna be a video of me
Let's do it.
soon where I'm gonna play my first time DayZ.
Well, now
To
we've
judge-
almost made it almost a promise to the viewers.
Yeah,
I'm
now
making a
I'll
promise.
film it.
I'm making a
I'll,
promise.
like you know, I showed you. I have my capture software.
Okay, we'll
I'll
talk
play
about it.
DayZ, and I'm gonna.
But
I really want to film myself succeeding at this. That way, I can show you how much of a failure you
I
are
feel
at,
like-
at not even surviving a Christmas.
we'll find out. We'll find out. But it was a ceasefire, and I played it for maybe an hour
You
and a
can't
half.
even
I died.
survive during a ceasefire.
And then I realized it's Christmas. What am I doing playing DayZ? These guys are bigger nerds than me. I'm just gonna go hang out with people. But nothing against everybody else. But I had to get out of there.
I played video games.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a nerd.
The Xbox One. actually.
I ran
But-
into an interesting thing on
But before
Christmas.
we get on that, we can discuss that next time on the next video because we're all out of time right now.
Are we?
Time.
We're all out of time.
All right.
All right, viewers, let us know what you guys think. Give us your feedback. Tell us what you want. We're new to this. This is our very first video we've ever made, and we plan on releasing.
Yeah, we're here for you guys. Like we do this stuff regularly, whether we're filming it or not. Where we have these sorts of stupid discussions. So we want to make it interesting for you to watch, so you enjoy it. So if you have any feedback, something that we can improve on, let us know, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Hit us up with TechSofa. Hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have Twitter. We have our website. That's sofatech.com. TechSofa. That's
And
it.
for any of you other guys too out there, I know it's a while away. I'll let you guys know a couple times. I will be at PAX East in April, so if you find me there, I'll probably have some T-shirts with me.
Some free stuff. Everybody loves free stuff. What is that? Was the term for that? Swag stuff we all get.
Is that what swag
It's
is?
swag.
That was swag?
Yes,
That was
yes, that's what swag is. It's
I've never
stuff we all
heard
get.
that before.
You've heard the term swag though.
I know.
Everyone's heard
I know.
swag.
I've never
That's what
heard
it means.
that.
Stuff